Yeah, what's going on, everybody? I'm the delta-llama, and we're gonna do something different today. Is everybody that's been following this channel will know I have tons of Fortnite content. Pretty much just me just clapping on bots. That's pretty much what it is. Anyways, we're gonna start stepping into the realm of creative mode maps because there's so many, and I just want to try them out. Anyways, I saw this Alan Wake. I don't keep calling it Alien. It's Alan Wake Flashback. It's created by Epic Games themselves, so that should be cool. It looks cool. And again, I've never played these. We probably will, maybe. Just depends if I can afford, you know, those games. But anyways, guys, without further ado, I stole that from another YouTuber. It says solo. I have a whole bunch of solo stuff in here. So maybe I'll like bring it whenever. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do that. Like, I have the Blair Witch going. Almost done with it, by the way. Haven't decided the next game to play. There might be like Soma. The plus is like a little couple like small ones. There's also an alien game. Okay, here we go. Flashlight.
In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer, and 13 years ago, I found myself in a horror story of my own making.
Two-parter? Okay. I kind of want to try
I
it.
live in New York City with my wife, Alice. I wrote crime novels starring a fictional detective named Alex Casey. They made me famous. But then I killed off Casey.
You mean you killed her? Killed your wife? Is that what you just said? Dude, is this apartment like... outside? I want to go outside! Collect flask. I think we might do Alan Wake. See how much the how many? Return to center? What I can't forget? I was reading those. Alex Casey. The things that I want. The fall of Casey. What's in the kitchen? Remember.
What, now you can't even talk to me? I need to write something different. Something new, but nothing works. I can't take it.
Alan, you've been working on this for over 2 years. You need a break. I heard about this peaceful little town. It'll be the perfect place to clear your head.
So Alice convinced me to visit Bright Falls, a small, quiet town in Washington. Just what I needed. First, we stopped at the local diner to get our cabin key from the landlord.
The landlord owns the diner and... oh. What tech? Can I... oh! I remember... okay, we're gonna get this flask. I just want to explore. No. What?
As soon as I stepped in the door, the waitress Rose recognized me.
Well, obviously you got a
She was my
book with her.
biggest fan. Had all my books. After she made me promise her an autograph, I asked about the landlord. Rose said he must have gone to the restroom.
Dude, you like have this right there. This is gonna make me want to play.
I checked the back of the diner. It was dark, foreboding. The kind of place that made your skin itch. That's when Barbara Jagger appeared. An older woman in a vintage funeral gown, like something out of a 1960s horror novel. She said the landlord hadn't been able to make it and handed me the cabin key. She insisted she'd come by later to check on us and to meet Alice.
Okay. How did I get here?
Alice and I drove through the majestic landscape to our cabin. The little wooden house stood alone on a tiny island near the shore of Cauldron Lake, in the bowl of an impressive caldera.
Dude, these graphics are freaking amazing. Hey, Mo. Is this what the game is like?
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right.
Are you sure you read the directions right? It's nothing like in the brochure. It said near the lake, not on it.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
So he's a book writer? Like... Hello? Hello?
Alan! I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
No, this place is huge! Huge!
Surprise!
Alice, what is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here. That a change of
Damn it,
scenery would
Alice,
get you
you-
past.
Everyone keeps...
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes
So now
in
you want to
helping
get me
artists.
committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not...
When'd she come out?
Alan? Alan?
Don't. Just don't. I don't want to hear it.
That old lady just came out of nowhere? Am I really got to play this game? What?
Oh no.
What?
When I came to, I was behind the wheel of a crash car on a forest road. I felt like I had woken up from one nightmare only to find myself in another. I remember diving in after Alice. So how was I here?
What? What? Are they sideways?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I'd planned to use for the next novel I'd never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it.
Okay.
Departure by Alan Wake.
Can I just jump through this stuff? Okay.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor or an eye disease. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Bro, I just played the
Blair
Blair.
page of writing, but it made no sense.
I played Blair Witch
Fragment
to use a
of some
flashlight.
Demented horror story.
Bolt.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery.
To Mr. But I don't have no Taco Bell. Am I missing the flask?
I realized that the shadowy figure was the character from the page I just found, The Taken. A man taken over by a creature of supernatural darkness called the Dark Presence.
What? Yo! Okay, I'm playing Alan Wake. What? I'm playing Alan Wake. Don't know when I'm gonna play it, but we're gonna play it.
Right. I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness.
Is that a skull on the wall?
Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost. I would come to realize the lake does something to works of art created here. It lifts the story from the page and gives it form. It turns fiction into terrible truth. The manuscript must be coming later.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. These two games should be out more than anything else.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. You're a patient in my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Creepy.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman? I fell. What? No, you. I found myself stuck in Cauldron Lake Lodge, Dr. Hartman's clinic. He tried to convince me I was a patient of his, that I had imagined everything. I knew he was lying. Soon enough, his true colors would be revealed.
Is he a demon too?
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
The pages I'd been carrying with me were gone. I needed them back. They were the key to finding Alice, to understanding this mystery.
Excuse me? Back the hell up. These houses are huge. Don't be doing that.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Okay. Yo, this house reminds me of the house in Until Dawn. Where I killed everybody. Can't jump. Stupid. Am I about to get beat up?
I broke into Hartman's office to learn the truth. The manuscript pages were on his desk, the ones I had found and more. I confronted him, furious. He admitted he had been lying and tried to cut a deal with me. He was still trying to manipulate me, to use my writing for his own ends and to make the dark presence stronger in doing so.
Okay. Okay.
I dreamt of the night Alice went missing. Her screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Word. Oh, now we're first person?
Alice!
In a dream, I found myself back at the cabin, just like the manuscript described. It felt like I was reliving a suppressed memory, a waking nightmare. This was my chance to find out what had happened to Alice.
She died. You killed her.
I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. Under the influence of the dark presence, I'd written a horror story, and now my own words were tearing my world apart. It was using my story to grow stronger, to spread its darkness. But somehow some part of me had been aware enough to write my own escape into the story, a way back to Cauldron Lake, to Alice.
Okay. Seriously, is this how the main game is? What's the flash for? Word? It's so long. Am I going back to the... I feel like I'm going back the cabin.
The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story, but the end was still missing. The story was incomplete, and the last unfinished page of the manuscript still sat in the typewriter in the cabin study. If I could get back there, if I could read the page, then I could write my own ending to this story and save Alice.
I'm missing a manuscript. Do they fall off of these? You got one? No. I don't think I'm... No, it's probably inside the building, right? This is cool, though. I'm not gonna lie, this is really freaking cool. Like, Fortnite's on a whole nother level of gaming, guys. You know, like, you just don't like this is the bad boy, but you gotta save the world, and then you have, like, everything you can imagine with this thing. You're like... The stuff they do. Or can do.
Jagger was waiting for me, but I wasn't afraid. I had light on my side. I was ready. I fought Jagger with the light, shattered the darkness inside her. She was gone. But this was a horror story, and the ending had not yet been written.
What?
There'd be a price to pay.
What just happened? What just happened? Where are you?
There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price.
Where did she go?
Alice was safe, but the balance had to be kept. I'd taken her place, a small price to pay. Now I was trapped here, in the dark place, outside reality. If I wanted to escape, I would have to start writing again. A new story. A sequel to Departure. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. Return by Alan Wake.
Okay. Is that it?
The dark presence is out there. It's hunting me. Its spies are always watching. It's trying to catch me. I think it did more than once. It's stealing from me. Stealing my identity. It wants to be me. Replace me. Twisted version of me. Scratch. Mr. Scratch. It's slithering into the story. Once it's in the story, I have to use it to keep the story true. It got in. I have to make the story darker now. But that gives it power. That's bad. I don't want that. But I have no choice. It's an arms race. All right, now keep it together. Damn it. I'll be the first one to cross the finish line.
Okay. Well done. You completed the Alan Wake Flashback. Cool. That was different. But that's like how all the creative modes are. Like there's just so many different things. Load up. So I'm gonna show you guys what I have. So this is done. Saw this. These are weird. Like they're like need more work. A lot of escape things. People told me to do this, so we're gonna do that. I did this with the buddy already. And then we're gonna just, I'm gonna try to like make my way down all these. Maybe bring them. Well, guys, that's gonna be it. That was Alan Wake. I have the original, I don't have the remastered. And I have like the Alan Wake Nightmare. I think it was called. I don't have 2. On set, I don't plan on buying 2. Unless the first one's good enough. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna play Alan Wake or not. I mean, we have like pretty much 2.5 months more of horror content coming. But that's this. So drop a like for it, I guess. I don't know. If you played Alan Wake, let me know. Let me know how it is. Like, is that how it is? With a flashlight through the whole thing? Because if that is what it is, then I'm not. I don't care. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow.